Welcome to this free immigration help channel. Today is June 21st, 2023, and I wanted to make a very quick US immigration news update because there was actually a few things that came out as of recently, as of June 2023. So let's take a look at what's new from USCIS, and we will discuss each of the news that came out in a little bit more detail. So some of the news I have covered for June in the previous video, so we're not going to start from that. If you want to see it in the previous video, in a previous news release, check it out. But today we're actually going to start with some of the things that changed for Afghan parolees, specifically for the employment authorization, and looks like that USCIS implemented as of June 9th, 2023, that the applications for re-parolee and work authorization renewals based on that parole are actually fee exempt for certain Afghan nationals, which are definitely great news if you're an Afghan national. Also, some of the individuals requesting parole can now file the Form I-131 online, which is really huge news. I think whenever any kind of the form, any kind of the petition becomes available online, it really simplifies and streamlines the process. And I would definitely recommend, although I'm not an immigration attorney and this is not a legal advice, but from personal experience and having this channel and seeing people applying online prevents a lot of mistakes that you can make in the paper application. And of course, whenever you submit it, once you pay it online, it is already basically in the USCIS system and begins processing pretty much immediately once you submit it, unlike paper application that you have to file and that you have to wait for until it is picked up from the PO box, placed on the desk of an immigration officer, opened up and reviewed, and so far so forth. Also, USCIS announced the expansion of Citizenship and Immigration Grant Program, which is basically a grant program, roughly explaining this government giving money to certain organizations that are willing to teach some of the immigrants who are not naturalized yet, to basically prepare them for the naturalization process. So it is interesting to see that the US government is actually encouraging people to become, immigrants who are not naturalized yet, who are, in the permanent resident status and have not been naturalized yet, encourages them to become naturalized. And of course, as I always say that in all of the videos that I make, whenever it comes to, if you are in a permanent resident status and if you've been in that permanent resident status for more than 5 years, I would also definitely encourage you to go ahead and finish up your immigration process with this conclusion of becoming a naturalized US citizen. Of course, makes sense. I think one of the bigger news in June that came out in the first half of June is that USCIS expanded premium processing for applicants seeking to change into F, M, or J non-immigrant status. So if you are filing the Form I-539, the application to extend or change non-immigrant status, and if you are switching from something to F, student, M, or J, exchange visitor, non-immigrant status, then you actually can request premium processing, which is available for an additional fee. And the premium processing, of course, it allows for faster premium processing. And I'm actually going to open it up and we will see if there is specifically more information on actually how much it costs. In this news release, no, it's not available here, but you can take a look if you're filing the Form I-539. Let's see if we can find it on this page right here for the actual I-539. And let's see, premium processing probably would be in special instructions. Nope, not here, possibly in the filing fee. So $370 is the filing fee for the application itself. No, looks like it's not here yet, but I'm pretty sure that they will be updating it separately and explaining on how to actually request that premium processing. It looks like they have not updated this page just yet. Okay, so there was some tool outage on June 13. which is, it happens when they're doing some kind of maintenance updates. But the reason why I wanted to make this video, I think the biggest news that came out as of June, is that DHS, Department of Homeland Security, rescinded, basically removed, retracted prior administration's, President's administration, the termination of the TPS, the temporary protected status designations for several countries: El Salvador, Honduras, Nepal, and Nicaragua. So if you are from El Salvador or Honduras, Nepal, or Nicaragua, this is huge for you, because now, yet again, you can apply for the temporary protected status based on being a national from one of those countries. And it actually has been extended. So far, it has been extended for 18 months. So you can file it as of right now and have it, for up until the program is actually valid, up until the next 18 months, which is fantastic. Of course, as of June 20, there was a more of a distinct notification that this happened. So now anybody from El Salvador, Honduras, Nepal, and or Nicaragua can be, reinstated in their TPS, temporary protected status. If you want to find out how to apply for the temporary protected status, I actually do have the video on this channel on the steps on how to apply for the temporary protected status. And also there was some updated USCIS guidance on the employment authorization document application based on compelling circumstances, which is basically the policy guidance on the eligibility criteria for initial and renewal applications for employment authorization documents in compelling circumstances based on existing regulatory requirements according to some of the legislations. So this is it so far. This is the news that came out. So like I said, the biggest news so far are for people that either were ever in a temporary protected status from these countries: El Salvador, Honduras, Nepal, and Nicaragua, and of course people that are planning to apply in the future, because now this program has been extended for the next 18 months. So this is a quick immigration news update. I'm going to go back to your comments and questions in a moment, and we'll be answering them in the next volume 123 issue of me answering your immigration related questions. So if you have any questions regarding these news or regarding your personal situation, your personal immigration process, go ahead and ask them in any of the videos, and they will come up here on this wall, and I will be able to answer them in the next issue. So thank you very much for watching. God bless, and I will see you all in just a little bit.